Hello everyone, here is my story of life. I am a 47-year-old man, my wife is 45 years old, and we had been married for 10 years. During that time, our marriage has been blissful. My wife was opposed to having children because having a baby could damage her body shape. She had always been so conscious about her fitness. She used to spend 2 to 3 hours per day at the gym. She would starve herself to lose weight if she gained a few pounds. She would spend most of her time in spas to get facials and pedicure. She modeled for bras and undergarments because her body was so attractive, which led to modeling offers. In contrast, I love to eat and enjoy carbs, pizza, steak, and hamburgers. However, I was forbidden from ordering any junk food at home and was instead obligated to consume vegetables, salad, and weight loss juices, which I genuinely detested. As a result, I would order burgers and pizza at work or go to restaurants alone so that my wife wouldn't find out about my diet. I started gaining weight as a result. And my wife became concerned about it. She body shamed me and called me fat when we were alone at home, and she continued to express concern for my health in front of our friends. At one point, she said that I looked so old and fat in comparison to her, and she could get any man with her smart figure, proving that she was truly fat-phobic. I reprimanded her for making such a shallow judgment about me based solely on my weight, telling her how vile she was and how judging people based on their weight is shallow. After hearing my viewpoint, she became sympathetic and began ordering herbal weight loss medications for me. I had taken those medications in an effort to appease her, but they didn't work for me and gave me stomach aches and diarrhea, so I stopped taking them one evening. We were invited to a dinner party at my friend's house. My wife was wearing a black tight dress that highlighted her figure even more. During dinner, people kept complimenting her and she kept making fun of my weight. Whenever someone gave her a compliment, she would respond, "Thanks. But please put sense in my husband's mind who looks like my grandfather," which made me feel terrible. However, a kind woman then suggested I join a gym because my excess weight could cause diabetes. I decided to join a gym after she gave me such a wonderful explanation without making fun of me. My wife and I both purchased gym memberships. And she insisted on going with me so she could monitor me and my exercise regimen, however, because she was wearing tight clothing and bras. Other men kept staring at her while she was doing her hip exercise, and I knew she liked the attention from other men. This made me uncomfortable. I asked her to join a gym with fewer people. But she interpreted this as my justification for not going, so we continued to use the same gym, even though she was an expert at performing exercises on her own. My wife would pay closer attention to our gym trainer and request his assistance. One time, I noticed how our gym trainer kept staring at my wife's butt while she was performing squats. I tried to distract him by asking him for help with my exercise, but he kept staring at her. That night, when I shared my discomfort with my wife, she screamed and called me a jealous guy, telling me that I should be proud of her and thankful for having a beautiful wife. I apologized to her since I felt she was correct and because I really admired my wife's beauty. My friend complimented me on how fortunate I was to have a wife who was concerned about my health and their wives did not pay any attention to them. Little did they know that my wife was fat-phobic and she didn't care about my health. She only cared about my weight so that I could look good in pictures with her. So that people would refer to us as a smart couple so that I would look good while standing with her. It wasn't out of concern. All of her concerns were self-serving. Anyway, I was sick of her bullying and fat shaming, so I actually made the decision to work hard on my fitness routine. I was serious about losing weight so that I could regain my confidence and scold my wife instead of apologizing to her when she flirted with other men. I had lost myself and my self-respect after enduring so much bullying and fat shaming. I knew my wife was flirting with our gym trainer, but I was afraid to say anything for fear of offending her because whenever I said something, I was called a resentful obese man. One day our WhatsApp gym group received a message that our gym would be closed for a week due to the trainer's trip to another city. I was relieved to hear this, but at this point, I was so used to working out that on my way home from work, I decided to go check the gym to see if we could use it without a trainer. To my surprise, the main gate was open. But no one was there because we had all been informed that it would be closed. When I entered, I noticed that the machine room lights were on but the door was closed, so I decided to look closer. When I tried to open the door, it was not locked, so it opened, and I was shocked to see my wife there without clothes with the trainer. I was shocked to see them busy in the act on the gym sit-up bench. They were so engaged in their activity that they were unaware that I was there because they were not expecting anyone to be there. I was so shocked that I was immobile. They were doing everything in front of me, but I felt frozen. However, I soon recovered my composure and raced toward them. They were surprised to see me there because their plan to keep the gym closed had failed. And I was so furious that I started hitting my wife and the trainer. I'm not sure where the strength came from to beat that trainer so easily. Perhaps he realized he was guilty and didn't object. After beating them, I left and posted everything that had happened on the gym group WhatsApp before they had me removed from the group chat. I also sent them a few photos as proof. People then started criticizing the gym trainer and my wife on the group chat and were demanding their money back. I banned my wife from our home and began the formal divorce proceedings. Update: it took me months to eventually divorce her, but in the meantime, I had damaged her reputation. Now, she isn't invited to our friends' gatherings. And she works as a C-class model for cheap underwear which didn't pay her much. Initially, she had tried to blame her infidelity on my weight, but I didn't listen to her bullshit. So I called her out on it, so she has been apologizing to me for her bad behavior. She wants to reconcile and keeps contacting me to ask for forgiveness. That gym trainer was obviously a temporary hookup. He had left the city after I shamed him before the rest of our gym group. My wife has been involved with various men since then, yet she has the audacity to ask for reconciliation. She thinks she deserves the world because of her beauty, but I don't want a showpiece in my home that brings shame and embarrassment. Men want a woman who has character and emotions. We don't need a Victoria supermodel when you can't understand human emotions. I had a flashback to my traumatic years when my wife bullied me and later cheated on me. Just thinking about those memories made me feel nauseous. Men desire emotional connection. In their love relationships, guys desire more emotional intimacy. Men simply don't desire plastic dolls or models only. I've been living a simple, ideal life since getting divorced. I don't have to go hungry at home because I can eat whatever, yet I have managed to lose weight. I feel healthier and more energized than I did when my wife used to make me follow strict diets. My suggestion is you should not choose a lady solely on the basis of her appearance. Instead, choose a woman who is kind, decent, and sympathetic. I appreciate you listening to my story. Please like this story and subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing day.